Yes, of course, kangaroo meat is traditional in Australia. Indigenous Australians have been eating kangaroo meat for over 60,000 years. But it's actually hard to get in Australia. Australians now, not Indigenous Australians, the Australians from the settlers actually don't eat kangaroo meat. Only tourists and, as mentioned, Indigenous people. So kangaroo meat is not easy to come by in Australia. Actually, someone told me even Indigenous Australians now don't really eat kangaroo meat anymore, but I don't know. In Tea Gardens, where we spent 3 months, from October 31st, 2025 until January 28, 2026, there is a butcher and a Coles. Not a super huge Coles, but a good sized Coles. They both don't sell any kangaroo meat. I asked the butcher, where can I get kangaroo meat? And they told me in Newcastle. Oh, I did have kangaroo meat before in Switzerland and in the United States, but only the filet. I want the tail. I want the tail. Online, I saw how Aborigines cook it. So the kangaroo tail outside with an open fire and then buried. Oh, I so wanted to do that. But I didn't. I found kangaroo tail, but they were chopped up, so that's not gonna work. Finally, I found a whole one online for 20 Australian dollars, but it didn't still have the fur on it, and I wanted a whole tail with still the fur on it. Oh well, maybe I will return to Australia someday, and then I will make it. So I just ate some other kangaroo meat of the pre-packaged ones at Coles or Woolworths at Newcastle. Tasmanian salmon. Yes, I already had it in, oh my gosh, I can't remember, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, maybe in all of those places. Anyways, Tasmanian salmon so reminds me of Turkish salmon. Well, makes sense. They both actually not salmon, they trout. So salmon, I don't really like when it's cooked. I love it raw so much better, except for the skin, of course. That one I like crispy. But the Turkish salmon and the Tasmanian salmon, oh my gosh, I love it raw, semi-cooked, all the way cooked, baked, grilled, cooked in a pan, whatever. I fucking love it in any stage, however it's made. I actually made a recipe here, best oven salmon, and I made it in Turkey with Turkish salmon, well, it's actually a trout, and I'm sure that one would also be super delicious, that recipe with Tasmanian salmon, but I didn't do it while we were in Australia. At the beginning of our stay in November, Tasmanian salmon was on quick sale a lot of times. So quick sale means when it expires the same day or the day after, so it expires very soon. So it's quick sale, so it's cheaper. So we bought a lot of it. But then suddenly, it never got on quick sale again. And I started missing it. But then in January, it was on quick sale again, just not in December, especially over the holidays. December is high season, and you could totally tell in the store. Sometimes they ran out of products like chicken or eggs or so. The food in Australia, especially meat and seafood, they were expensive, so we bought mostly stuff that was on quick sale. Here's something not about traditional foods, but I thought it was pretty cool. So for example, with the carrots at Coles, they sell imperfect carrot packages. So we bought those for the dogs, so that's why I know it. I just think it's great that Coles sells food that is totally fine, but just doesn't look perfect, doesn't like really look super nice, but it's totally fine. And I'm sure they've also done that with other things, but we know about the carrots because we bought those for the dogs. But I'm sure they had that with other products as well. And so, of course, the imperfect products, they were a little bit cheaper. So I think that's really cool that Coles does that. But of course, they didn't do that with meat, seafood, and eggs, probably just vegetables and fruits. So back to traditional foods. Shrimp. Oh, sorry, I mean prawns. Australians call them prawns, not shrimp. I actually thought shrimp and prawns are different. Actually, I thought prawns are bigger and shrimp are smaller. They are different, but not just in size. They are actually different species, so they have many differences. I'd say the most distinctive ones are the difference in how the segments of the shells overlap and having 2 or 3 pairs of claw-like legs. But to my knowledge, most Aussies just call all of them prawns. Like most US people, they just call them shrimp. Anyways, the most popular prawns, and yes, I really mean prawns, in Australia are king, tiger, and banana prawns. I know tiger prawns, and I'm not sure if I ever had king prawns, but definitely not banana prawns. I thought like, oh, that's funny, banana prawns. Never heard or seen those. Cool, they were on sale at Woolworths, so 16 or 17 Australian dollars per kilo. Super cheap for Australia, so we got 1 kilo. We ate 12 the day after we got them, and the rest I froze, and then I steamed those in Asian steamer baskets for our Christmas dinner. Oh, and 8 I put on the barbecue. Honestly, we both think banana prawns are not really that good. We had much better prawns before. But also, okay, we only had banana prawns once and from that super cheap batch. So maybe they weren't the best kinds of banana prawns. I don't know. Paul also had some garlic prawns at a restaurant. Garlic prawns are not indigenous, but are considered a classic and a very popular dish in Australia, a staple dish. Paul wanted to make smash burgers for himself. Of course, that's not Australian at all, that's pure American. But I'm sure burgers are also traditional in Australia. So I looked it up on Google, traditional Australian burger. So a traditional Aussie burger, after the beef patty, the second ingredient listed is canned beetroot. Beets. That's like the only thing Paul really can't eat. I'm sure there are other things Paul doesn't really like, but he probably could stomach it if he has to, but beets, no. It's like a no-go. So I thought like, okay, maybe there are different kinds of burgers traditional in Australia, but no. If it's a real Aussie burger, it has to have beets. So no, of course, Paul didn't get a traditional Australian burger. So the other ingredients for a traditional Aussie burger, by the way, are pineapple, bacon, a fried egg, cheese, lettuce, tomato, the buns, and sauces like barbecue or tomato sauce. So the key ingredients are beetroot and pineapple. A typical Aussie burger is really thick, layered with ingredients, hard and messy to eat. Paul still got twice or 3 times a burger at a restaurant, a cheeseburger. Of course, not traditional Australian at all. But Hungry Jack is an iconic fast food brand in Australia. And no, it has nothing to do with Jack in the Box from the US. So yes, Paul had a burger there as well. And he said that was by far the best fast food burger he ever had. So much better than the ones in the US. And I gotta say, it did look pretty delicious. Lamb, Australian lamb, of course, very traditional. And we ate quite a lot, especially when it was on quick sale at Coles. It was so super delicious. Finally, I was eating Australian lamb in Australia. It wasn't gamey at all. Very, very delicate. Some of the lamb packages said it was spring lamb. I looked it up. So no, spring lamb has nothing to do with spring. It just means it's younger than just a lamb. So a lamb has to be under 12 months old. A spring lamb can't be older than 6 months. So they're even more delicate than just lamb. I love lamb and even mutton being sheep. So I love all that. But I know people, they don't like lamb because it's too gamey. I'd love to give them some Australian spring lamb. It is so delicate. So I think people that actually don't like lamb because it's too gamey, they actually could like the Australian spring lamb. I really think that. I would love to try that out because it's so mild, so delicate, and so not gamey at all. Of course, I loved it, and actually also just the regular Australian lamb, not spring lamb, was super mild and not gamey at all. I loved it, but honestly, after a while, I started to miss to eat some more gamey lamb. I like when lamb tastes lamb and is a bit gamey, but I also like it when it's mild and delicate, so I just like variety. So if I only eat one, I miss the other, so I always like variety. Melinda, one of our host's daughters, told us something super interesting. We met her right before we left Australia, so she told us in the 90s, lamb was much cheaper than chicken in Australia. So they ate much more lamb all the time. But now lamb got so expensive that they eat much more chicken. Yeah, they said Australian lamb is even cheaper in the US than in Australia. Shit, I mean, I knew Australian lamb was much cheaper in Thailand or in places like that in Southeast Asia than in Australia, because those countries are much cheaper than Australia anyways. But that it's even cheaper in the United States than in Australia, I think that's so weird. And I actually think it's wrong. Shouldn't the product be the cheapest where it gets produced? So Australian lamb should be the cheapest in Australia. Isn't that the way how it should be? Of course, Vegemite, so traditional in Australia. And before our hosts left, we saw like 8 or more jars of Vegemite that they took over with them to California for friends and family and themselves. Thought it was so funny. But I still found a jar of Vegemite at the house, and I made Paul try it.
I think it's burning my toast.
Then pop it. Aha, so Paul is gonna make original Vegemite toast. And the original way, well, toast bread, toasted, and then a layer of butter. I think a good layer of butter, right?
It's a good layer.
And then for newbies, a small layer of Vegemite. I think then some Australians start putting on more and more and then even getting a thick layer of Vegemite. But you start off with a thin layer. And how is it? So you really like that? Okay, so we spent, right before we came to Australia, we spent time in Kuala Lumpur, and our hosts, they are British, and of course they had Marmite and not Vegemite. So, which one is better?
Vegemite.
Yes, and when we were in Kuala Lumpur, you said Marmite, I remember. So now you gotta be honest.
Marmite.
So Marmite is better. It's all, I mean, Vegemite is made from Marmite. The Marmite is the original and has less ingredients. Here, I think Vegemite has much more ingredients and also like some, not really vegetables or like, I don't know. But this is here, ingredients list of the Vegemite. Very, very original, traditional in Australia. They love it. So just a bit more about Vegemite. It's been invented in 1923 in Melbourne by Cyril P. Callister. Yes, of course, it's an alternative to Marmite that got invented by a German in the late 1800s, but an English company launched the product in 1902. That's probably why it's so English. I mean, I didn't know Marmite was invented by a German. So the difference between Marmite and Vegemite. They both yeast extract spreads. Marmite apparently is slightly sweeter, smoother, and thicker and stickier. Vegemite is saltier, more yeasty, and grainier. Vegemite was owned by an American company, but now it's owned by Bega Cheese, an Australian company. Pies, meat pies. Oh, Australia and their meat pies. There are so many, and Paul ate so many. So I had to make a separate video here all about the pies in Australia. Traditional foods in Australia, pies. All about the pies. Fish and chips are apparently deeply traditional and iconic part of Australia. Of course, like so many other things, it got brought over by the British settlers. We went to a local fish and chip store in Tea Gardens. The original fish and chips were quite expensive, so Paul ordered the special that included calamari, squid, and shrimp. Okay, what do you have here?
This is the tinny special. It's fish and chips, and it has calamari, it has prawns, it has squid, and some lemon, and...
So there is no fish?
Fish is right here. That's
okay.
The fish. Okay, and...
tartar sauce?
It's got tartar sauce and lemon.
Is that ketchup?
I just put ketchup on it it didn't come with that.
Okay.
And I put salt on it too.
Chicken salt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite common here, chicken salt in Australia,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and I got it at the Hook and Cook in Tea Gardens. It's good.
No, I don't care about the fries. You can't say it's good if you just have the fries.
It's good. I'm not using any malted vinegar, just lemon.
Why would you use malted vinegar? Is that what they do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yep. And I don't even know how to get this stuff out of here.
So that is so weird. So you just do this. Oh no, I did.
Here's my piece of fish.
Then try something else. The galam. This is the shrimp.
A little lemon. And I'll take a bite. Crunchy.
This is squid. It sounds like a different batter.
More fish. It's good. Very delicate.
So that's how you do it. And then you just squeeze it out. Super weird. I've never seen that before. I was so excited when I saw chicken salt. Yes, finally something carnivore for me, right? I mean, chicken, salt, totally carnivore. But of course not. I was so disappointed when I read the ingredients. Chicken bouillon powder, garlic and onion powder, paprika, yeast extract, MSG, sugar, and many more ingredients. Well, yeah, I'm sure there are different kinds of chicken salts out there, probably some that have less bad ingredients in it, but none of them are clean. None of them are actually just chicken and salt, because I thought it was just cooked, dehydrated, pulverized chicken and salt. But no, it wasn't that. So sad. Oh, and I also read there is a vegan chicken salt. What the fuck? Anyways, nothing for me, but apparently very traditional and iconic in Australia, and Paul liked it. And it's actually been invented in Australia. So not something that got brought over by British settlers and it got changed or something. No, 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 no. So in 1970 in South Australia, Peter Brinkworth invented it for his roast chicken shop. Quickly, it became a staple seasoning for fried foods. It's considered an Australian national treasure. Yeah, I've never seen chicken salt before in any other country. So it's very, very popular in Australia, but I think it didn't make it out of Australia because, yeah, I haven't seen it in any other country.
It's 4.2% alcohol, Australia's original.
How does it taste?
It's very good.
Take a sip.
Ooh, that's Great Northern Brewing Company.
You like it better than American beer?
Well, most American beer is shit, but there's lots of good craft beers in America, and there are better ones than this. But this is not a craft beer, I don't think, and it's as good.
So this is original
Great
Australian.
Northern Original, 4.2% alcohol.
So Paul didn't try the famous dessert pavlova in Australia, but he did get some sweets from the local bakery, Two Fat Bakers.
So this is from Two Fat Bakers. It's an apple confection. Looks really good. I'm gonna eat it.
So, and it's local.
Yep.
So it's like, is that traditional Australian?
Yep. Okay. Ooh,
It looks like vanilla custard in there.
Yeah.
And it's cold. Because apple strudel is usually warm and it has a different dough, strudel dough. So this is not
This
an
is
apple strudel.
very doughy.
Yeah. So how is it?
It's good.
Isn't it heavy? It looks kind of
Yeah,
heavy.
it reminds me of an English pastry. It's quite dense. It's a meal in and of itself.
Is it really sweet?
But the dough on the outside, of course, is not.
Okay, it's still Christmas. And what do you have here?
Caramel cake.
From where?
Two Fat Bakers. Ooh.
So is this traditional?
She said it was, but I don't know. I mean, I'm just going by what I'm told. Oh my God.
How is it? Is it really sweet?
It's really caramel. It's a blueberry coconut tart from Two Fat Bakers in Tea Gardens, New South Wales. Here goes.
Is it really sweet?
No, but it is sweet in spots. Now it tastes sweet. It's weird. It's like a cupcake in its own crust. So I went to the Two Fat Bakers and got 2 local treats. This is a date cake, which I'm going to cut into now.
To me, it smells like coffee so badly. I'm wearing my bandana because it smells so much.
Okay, and this is a coconut cream, is what they called it.
And it's a roulade.
Yeah, there you go. It's very soft on the inside. Oh yeah, it's real dates.
I want you to, yes, try this because this smells so like coffee.
I think you're right. I think it has coffee in it.
Right? It has
It's
to be.
dates with coffee.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the coffee is so overpowering. Sorry, the smell is so, blah. Okay, this is coconut what?
Coconut cream is what it was called. It's very sweet and the cream is very delicate and there's a shit ton of coconut in it.
So, do you like them?
I like this better.
Is this less sweet?
No, they're both terribly sweet.
Terribly sweet?
Well, especially with this stuff. Oh my God. This is like pure sugar bomb. The cake isn't so.
Sweet pies are not really traditional in Australia. Just the savory, the meat pies are traditional and a staple dish in Australia. But date cake and roulades, I think you say, are actually traditional in Australia. So for 3 months, Paul has been eating those almost every day. And those are like super traditional here in Australia. They're like so iconic, exactly those. So butternut snap cookie, isn't that something we have in the US?
Maybe. I've never seen them.
It's just snap cookies or different ones, I don't know. Okay, so how are these?
They're totally addictive. Very good.
Well, I know they're addictive because you've been eating them for 3 months.
They have a mild peanut butter flavor, lots of butter.
Also, it's so peanut butter?
Kind of.
Is it very sweet? Okay. I hate it when Paul eats sweets. It hurts me. No, it's not that I lust for them. It hurts me to see what he does to his health. Well, I think everyone is sugar addicted, especially me. I am so sugar addicted, crazy sugar addicted. That's why I don't eat any sweets. The price I would have to pay just for the taste for a cookie crumb is just way too high. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay off of sweets.